But you didn't read a book. Also, strange job, so behave yourself.
I hate myself. You're the one who was using a hard R.
Oh, please. That is not true.
So I can press OK and continue.
You can press OK and continue.
Damn it!
What's
Won't
wrong?
won't play the better theme.
Be satisfied. Oh, that's right. You're back to having a fashionable outfit. You're welcome for that. What's the point of scoring the meat?
Everything's on fire.
You know, I thought you were going to be smart about it, but no, it generally just looks like a giant candlestick. Well, at least the land's appropriately named. Oh yeah, my financial aid kicked in, so I have money again for a time being. I'm gonna use it to pay off my credit card.
That's
Glanamede Castle, stronghold of Lord Balseth.
before.
That's it, all right. And next to it are the gates of fire. Take a good long look while you still can. That wall is what we've come to tear down. The only thing standing between us and freedom.
Wait, just occurred to me. I remember you don't like pepper. Does that mean, or do you not like pepper? You don't like tomatoes. Does that mean you don't like peppers
Let's
either?
go.
I like white and black pepper.
I mean like green bell peppers and shit.
I mean, as long as they're in something and not just on their own.
You don't like the
I'm
texture?
not too fond of the taste on their own.
That's okay. It's because you're
Be careful.
Australian.
If you get close to a Zoogle, they'll attack.
Freezing storm!
Oh, son of a gun.
Run your surrounded.
Up with the internet lately. Is my brother
Don't let them form a pack.
I'm gonna have to call my internet provider at some point and see what the hell's going on.
Pathetic.
Oh wow, they've actually done a great job of like
Don't
actually
fight any enemies you can
loading
otherwise
you
avoid,
back
right?
in after you
Makes
fight.
sense. If we try to take them all on, there'll be no end in sight.
I'll take you all on.
Here I go! You're mine!
Try harder. Orochi's fury.
There! Go!
Here I come. Circle and bring them down.
Over.
Fall
Here I
back.
go!
Then we heard Skyrim versus Dark Souls next death battle. Yes, I have heard that, Minato.
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
I'm just gonna put it like this. If Skyrim gets their higher tier scaling, Skyrim will take it. If they don't, I'm not really confident in Skyrim beating Dark Souls. Well, actually, no. There might be better feats for the Dragonborn, actually, like, on paper. I don't think Dark Souls has too many actual good feats in general.
Isn't it all lore feats?
It's more of a lore series, yeah.
I sense a strange power from it. We should gather as many as we can find.
You think I could convince Devil to waste all his gems on Lelouch?
Let's stop a moment to catch our breath.
But I've barely worked up a sweat.
Speak for yourself. What do you want, a medal? Doesn't look like we're being followed. Fail to grab these rare moments of quiet when you can. You'll end up regretting it later.
You're the boss.
Why can't you be the subservient in real life? Oh, I love the little fucking doll on his head.
Normally, we should take turns standing guard. This first time, I'll watch over things so you two can rest easy.
Well, you get comfortable.
I've never just sat and watched a fire like this before. It's surprisingly soothing.
Well, aren't you getting comfortable?
Oh yeah, Sparta, I guess you're creaming yourself at the idea of an MGS3 remake, huh?
Who?
You realize there are still Zoogles prowling around out here, right?
MGS3's remake, Sparta's probably really
Don't be a
excited for
spoiled
it.
sport. It's important to let your mind and spirit relax.
Yes.
Does you a lot more good than you might think.
I don't know, man. I can't get excited for shit that doesn't have gameplay anymore. But bro, Xbox was fucking savage. Like 80%.
Can you wait? Can you wait till the cutscene's over?
Now I see. So that's why Balsep's cronies were so desperate to catch her.
Wow.
Is that what it's called? The jewel in her chest?
Oh, right. You don't remember a damn thing, do you? Fair enough. Guess it's time to fill you back in.
So expressive.
Tell me, you ever wonder why we Danans are made to work ourselves to the bone, day in, day out?
Well, when you put it like that, I always just assumed we were mining resources for them.
And don't you think it'd be quicker if they used all that high-powered tech they have? Why go to all the trouble of relying on weak human labor?
It's astral energy.
Listen, what the Renans are really after isn't resources or minerals.
They're harvesting the astral energy that sleeps
It's
inside
astral
all matter
energy.
in life. And they're doing it the same way they have for the past 300 years.
They're harvesting the astral energy that sleeps inside all matter in life forms.
They have machines for minerals.
And they're doing it the same way they have for the past 300 years, using us Danans as mere ciphers.
Right. They have machines for minerals, but extracting from Danon.
But why go to the trouble of collecting all this energy in the first place?
Kyle, could you somehow fix your mic to where we don't hear the TV screen on
This
your
requires
end?
spirit
Because it desyncs the cutscenes.
Any astral energy collected passes through a spirit vessel on its way to being stored in a master core.
There, is that better?
Yes, thank you.
But why go to the trouble of collecting all this energy in the first place? Do they really need all that juice just to use astral arts?
It determines the sovereign.
Sovereign? Is that the Renan ruler?
Exactly. 5 lords, each doing whatever it takes to gather as much astral energy as they can and store it in their master cores. Whichever of them manages to accumulate the most power at the end of their contest is crowned the ruler of the Renan motherland. A new crown contest, as they call it, is held every decade or so.
What?
So you see, the master cores are the receptacles in which the lords store their power. And we Danans are sacrificed, so the Renans can choose their new ruler.
That's insane! You're telling me that's what our people have been dying for this whole time?
Relax, hero. You're not the only one who's bent out of shape about the whole thing. There are 2 things that I haven't been able to get my head around yet. What business would a Renan have stealing a master core? And what's the deal with that blazing sword?
Kyle, the doll really just adds so
I
much
think
to
the
the
sword
story.
is a physical manifestation of the master core's astral energy.
Why, good? It's supposed to be serious
As for
and you
why
can't
took the
take it
shape of
as
a
so.
sword, well, I don't know any more
It
than
is
you
the
do.
perfect headdress. I'm glad you agreed to equip it.
And that stuff about needing your permission to use it? What was that about?
I'm the only one of us who can control the master core to some extent. Without me to adjust the flow of astral energy, the sword can't take a physical form.
What do you want out of this? You may be one of them, but you don't strike me as the ruthless oppressor type.
I'm going to take down all of the lords.
Never thought I'd say this, but I like the cut of your jib, Renan. Very well. As far as we're concerned, the struggle continues either way. And with that sword on our side, our chances of victory just increased. That is, of course, assuming we can count the 2 of you in.
Fine by me. After all, it sounds like we're after the same thing anyway.
You know,
Honestly, I'm still a little confused by all this. But if it's a choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
man, I was really uncertain what he was going to choose with that
Then settle.
headdress.
Together, we'll overthrow the Renin Lords. And first up on that chopping block is Balsef, the wild beast. Sound good?
If only fighting games made alternate outfits the way Tales games do. Good lord.
I've gotta hurry.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, I'm planning on getting those games on Game Pass. They would never be able to. They'll want to for sure, but there's no way they'll be able to get all those games on Game Pass.
We have another secret hideout in Ulzebek, not far from here. We should be able to meet up with our comrades there.
Cut it out. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's rude to stare?
I know I already asked you this, but are you sure we haven't met somewhere before?
What's so hard to understand? I'm Renin, you're Danon. There's no way. Besides, I'm from Lenegis. Trust me, wherever you were before you lost your memory, we've never crossed paths.
You're gonna find out she's like your fucking.
You mean the same
betrothed or
Lenegis that's up
something.
in the sky? I never imagined.
Well, Diaz versus
People
Skyrim.
actually lived up there.
Well then, where did you think we all lived? Didn't you see the Renin Lords descend for the crown contest?
And how long ago was that?
Well, the current contest started 7 years ago. Far back do you remember?
About a year, give or take. That's how long ago Doc found me.
1 year. Then no. I'm sorry, but there really is no way we could have met.
Guess not.
By the way, PlayStation Showcase is really special to get Maximilian Dude while people throw shade at Sony. Hey man, Sparta, I'm just saying, bro, you were defending them for a little bit, saying that it was just me saying it was suck, and then Maximilian Dude steps in and all of a sudden you okay with that, man. I'm just saying, man, maybe have a little more faith in me. Or maybe stop riding that Sony D so much. Take your pick. I'll take either one, really.
We should be able to eat this. Whenever you find some, make sure to grab it.
It's edible, huh?
Actually, aren't you a Nintendo guy? Why are you riding Sony's D so hard? Marathon remakes only PvP, so it's pretty trash. Wait, Marathon's a remake? I've never heard of a game called Marathon. Kyle, name sound familiar to you?
We've almost made it to Ulzebek.
Marathons, do I look like I run?
No, it's a video game. Of course I know you don't run.
It looks like we have something in common.
Speaking of which, actually, I put on some pounds, so I'm gonna have to cut back on my diet again.
Guess we
It
gotta
came
roll
before
with it.
Halo? Oh, okay, it's a little before my time.
I'm sure I can put this to use.
To be fair, I was high on the MGS3 dopamine,
Normally, I
okay?
don't pick on the weak.
I'm an Xbox guy, but I'm slowly switching to PC. Yeah, because everything Xbox goes to PC right away.
Is this it?
The only reason you should have an Xbox nowadays, honestly, is if you just don't want to spend the $1,500 on the gaming PC. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I will be upfront and be honest and say the line is blurring more and more as to why you would need a separate console.
I need to be stronger. What could this be?
Yeah, no, well, especially with Game Pass going on, PC is like not a bad choice. It's just that it is kind of expensive. Although, it's not that expensive anymore. It's just like 400
Hang on,
bucks.
I'll be back.
Alright. It's like 400 bucks more expensive. Also, Zimmy will be streaming Assassin's Creed Mirage. Hell no.
Okay, people, this is it. Ulzebek.
No sign of any Renan guardsmen.
The Renans aren't as populous as the Danans. Probably figure stationing guards in a place like this would be a waste of precious manpower.
So this is where the next safe house is?
Yes. The last place they'd think to look for
Because
enemies.
I'm not
is
spending
their
money
own
on that
doorstep.
fucking game. Batman prep time working a fight. Can Batman know everything about the character before making a
Assuming
counter to
anyone
beat the
actually made it
character?
here before us.
No, realistically speaking, the Batman with prep time argument's kind of
Zephyr.
stupid because in order to do Batman with prep time, you have to give Batman
like we need
information
to
about
worry.
something he would have no
Come on.
idea about. To understand how stupid Batman with prep time is, Batman with prep time is being like, hey, it's cheap though. How much does it cost? Listen, you want to spend $1,200 on a PC because once you spend money on a PC once, you don't have to spend money on a PC again for like another 7 to 8 years. And that's if you want like cutting edge of the line graphics. Because truth be told, I can play new games on lower resolutions on PC, something that can't really be done on consoles. Also, there's more backwards compatibility. There's more games.
Around or what?
I hate
Sorry,
to say
I'm just
it, but
getting fucked over
technically,
here.
like there is also the $50 is practically a brand new game. But no, there is also the there's also the more unsavory PC scene with certain things that you can use with emulation. And also, both Sony and Xbox
Zephyr, you made
slowly
it.
moved the PC.
See? I told you there's no way Zephyr would have kicked the bucket.
Fine, you were right. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've got an ace up our sleeve and the enemy's in disarray. I say we strike while the iron's hot.
Bro, you're going to think 20
So we're
bucks off.
finally going head to
Bro,
head with.
I don't mind games costing $70, but
That's
like,
right.
fuck me.
We can't afford to mess this up.
Alan Wake 2 look cool. Yeah, but Alan Wake 2 is not. The problem with the PlayStation event, honestly, is that almost everything they showed wasn't even an exclusive. Like, Xbox just came out and confirmed that, like, half the shit in that event is gonna be on Xbox, you know? Kyle, what the hell's going on?
Well, what's going on is apparently he doesn't like our drip.
Well, no, like, the stream stopped. What happened?
What do you mean the stream stopped?
Well, we're not getting fucking stream information.
That's on your end. Mine's still going.
The hell? Let me refresh this.
I'm afraid we don't have.
The hell?
Stop playing your fucking mobile game if your brother's downloading.
I could find.
Well, he's not downloading, or he
Do
better
some
not be
Ganon
fucking
outfits.
downloading. Is there something downloading?
But something tells me you'd rather pass.
Is this really that important?
In case you need reminding, I'm here because our interests overlapped. Nothing more. At no point did I say I've given up being a Renan. Now, let's play nice. How about you ask Nate and see what he says? He's our one-stop shop
You
for
know,
info around here. With any
if-
luck,
You
might
think you
just
have a better
know
chance with
something.
her since like anyone else who sleeps with her just gets like fucking tased and you don't feel it? You think she's gonna stuck with you by default? I think there are worse choices, don't you?
So are we good? We can continue?
Yes, you continue. Wow, fucking useless ass player. What was your opinion on Spider-Man 2? Look
Try
kind of
to
whack.
be careful not to stand out too much.
I like the
only
movie.
Renan around here, you know.
I know. I was just thinking about how communal it feels here, even though it's only supposed to be slave quarters.
Huh? Oh, yeah. When you put it like that, I guess it is different from heavily patrolled Mosgul. Were you expecting something more depressing?
It's likely a sign that Balsef doesn't think you guys can do anything to him.
What?
I mean, if Balsef thought the Crimson Crows actually posed a threat to him, you'd figure he'd be trying harder to suppress.
No,
What the hell's going on?
you're probably right about that. All of the other Danans that aren't with the Crimson Crows accept the Renan's rule as simply a fact of life. From the day we're born, no, probably even before that. It's been
When is
drilled into us that
DD2
the
coming out
only
this
purpose
year?
our
So
lives
make it
have
DMC6
is to help select the next
7?
sovereign.
Or DMC6?
If they don't like the status quo, then they should fight it. Otherwise, they're endorsing it either way.
You probably won't be
I
hearing
see it differently.
about
That's
DMC6
just
for
me.
a good long while.
Speaking of Renans,
At least until after
all
Dragon's
those
Dogma
bad
2
things
comes
that
out.
You do?
I won't deny that among my fellow Renans, power and status are everything. However, that isn't what this is about for me. I have something I need to do. And I'll do whatever it takes, and use whoever and whatever I need in order to get the job done. To hell with power.
We don't think it's in their game first. Yeah, that's why Episode 2 comes out this year. Oh, well, my birth building Legos, that's weird. How many fucking tabs do I have open? Yeah, that's probably why. I'll close that off for now. Anyways, regarding the Dark Souls versus Skyrim thing, I was just saying that if Skyrim doesn't get its higher tier scaling, I think Dark Souls might take that. But I think Skyrim might have a better feat than Dark Souls does on screen.
Oh yeah, assuming we've got a bunch of people who are great at getting guidebooks. If somebody would really be super generous and kind, could you get me all of the Metal Gear Solid guidebooks, as well as Rising Revengeance, or at least find me links to download them?
What do you need Metal Gear for?
I don't know if you forgot this, but I'm still doing Funny Valentine versus Senator Armstrong.
Yeah, but that's an easy win for Armstrong.
But it's really not, though.
I can't wait to do my debug video on you.
Can I join it?
Can I join you?
It'll be the most meta video.
Rock and Alice will try, he said.
It'll be the most meta video. It'll basically be like, I disagree with him. I'm just like, hang on, let the boy cook.
Hang on, let past me cook. No, so I mean, on a genuine level, it really comes down to a few questions about how you scale, I guess, both characters technically now. Because you can technically argue for... It really depends on how you want to scale the speed of Part 7 stands. And it also comes down to how much you're willing to buy and how far you're willing to go with MGR's shit. Because there's a claim to be made, unless you want to go with Funny Valentine's, like, dimensional... Well, I don't know if that would work, actually, based on what the nanomachines can do. But, so...
Actually, they would, because of manga sponges. And also, Metal Gear does have alternate universes.
No, what I mean by that is Armstrong's nanomachines break all laws of physics, so I don't know if like interacting with another version of himself would apply there. Does it ever explain why that happens in JoJo or no?
What happens? Oh, I wasn't listening.
Is it ever explained why coming into contact with another version of yourself destroys you? Like, there's a chapter that explains why that happens, right?
Because two objects can't exist in the same world, and because of D4C, you break up into manga sponges, which is basically a spatial thing that like gets infinitely smaller the more it breaks up.
There might be a case to made Armstrong's nanomachines might like not be affected by that.
You'd have to be able to prove that.
That sounds like
I'll let you know when I get to the end of it.
Well, alright, that's fine, but no. So, the reason I'm bringing this up is because when Armstrong breaks Raiden's sword, the doctor says, being able to break that sword violates every single law of physics we know. Like, it violates every law of physics.
What's this doing here?
Snake literally has, as they describe, a transcendent willpower so much it breaks reality warping. I'm gonna just give a hot take here. Even if that's true, it doesn't scale to anybody else.
Manpower when you... Huh? Help, huh? What kind? Is it urgent?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, in that case, would you mind helping me out with something first?
Also, I've heard Christ is a Metal Gear scaler. However, I've heard he scales Metal Gear Rising a little too fucking.
No one cares about us slaves.
I mean,
oh, he fucking goes absolutely. He goes far and beyond the highest case scenario. Like, I do not trust him on his scaling when it comes to Infamous or Metal Gear.
Like, I've seen his Rocky videos; they're pretty good. He's not like a bad YouTuber by any stretch.
If we sat through one of his Infamous videos, I could pick apart everything that's fucking wrong with his logic. Because he genuinely thinks that Hero Cole scales the Evil Cole.
He's got 40 subs, good for him. Yes. Also, Kai, I heard you talking about a 15D Bayo. Yeah, that was earlier. We're just discussing things that Daniel put in the server, because Daniel brought his arguments forward. Does he not have an Armstrong video at all?
No, he has a Raiden video and I think a Snake video. And also a Raiden versus Cole video.
No, he has a Sam video. What the fuck?
If I remember correctly, I think he got the right result for Cole versus Raiden. The problem is that he scales both of them like disgustingly higher.
Hang on.
Oh, and like given how high he gives speed for fucking Raiden should actually take that via massive speed blitz.
Oh wow, this man got 1 million views on his Batman video. Good for him. This is so weird. How have I never heard about this guy until like recently? I think he's got more consistent view count than Seth, even at at the height.
You sound pretty
Oh,
by that.
I think I see why. This man fell off like hard.
We know now that not everyone is rolling over for the Renans.
What do you mean?
It looks like he's kind of the guy who struck while the iron was hot. Yeah, okay, I think I understand why I've never heard of this guy, really. You want all Metal Gear stuff they have, Kyle? Yeah, he does, Rockin' Alice.
Everything you can get me, even like the portable stuff.
I'm not gonna say he's a grifter. What I'm gonna say is, it kind of looks that a lot of his videos are
What does that mean?
Grifting is when like you just say or do something at a specific time to get views and shit, or like don't really believe it or anything. No, I think what he does is he just scales things at specific times when they're popular. That seems to be where he gets most of his best views from. Because you have to understand, if he had ads on that 1 million view video, that's like fucking 40K, I think, right in his pocket.
This could be useful.
Spider, keep sharing my videos until I get ads.
Crisis says Snake.
Get me out of gardening! Get me out of the cold and the heat!
Snake?
It's gonna be raining tomorrow.
Snake over Raiden? I don't know about that one. That's a weird one, Chief.
As a character or in a versus sense?
In a versus sense.
I would only accept that if you're doing like Raiden from 4. If it's Rising Revengeance, it's Raiden 100% of the way.
I think there's a statement from Raiden in the game that where he claims that I think he claims that Snake was still better than him, and I think that's where it comes from.
That could just mean like combat prowess. That doesn't mean anything else.
You agree that Tobey Maguire is the strongest Spider-Man? Yeah.
100%.
But you don't need a fucking 40-minute power scaling video to explain that one. Like literally, If anyone really came out of that movie theater thinking Toby wasn't the strongest, or at least didn't show the best case for being the strongest, DM them to Zim or Kyle. Kyle, you want to just DM them to you?
The what?
You want him to just DM the information about the guidebooks to you, or do you want him to send them to me and I'll send it to you?
Just send them to me directly.
Just send him to Balrog Blaze directly. He goes by Captain Wallflower on the server. You know who he is. Oh yeah, so we're going through Warhammer a little bit. Not seriously going through Warhammer to scale it, but we're going through it. And I gotta be honest, the more you learn about Warhammer, the more it feels like all the power scalers are lying to you.
What do you mean they're lying? I am the Mask of Iron, yes?
What? They're all dead? How did this happen?
Soldiers, that's how.
Also, by the way, Kyle, your live streams in your channel actually hurt your algorithm.
Yeah, I am.
Kyle does not live stream enough to, or how does that make sense?
I'm so glad you made it.
Hang on, I'm gonna mute the audio real quickly. Sparta, Kyle doesn't release enough videos consistently to hurt his algorithm. The YouTube algorithm wants you to produce more content consistently. Kyle wouldn't be hurt by live streaming every week because he doesn't release videos anywhere near enough or quick enough to actually be affected by that.
If it does end up getting to the point, I can like just make a separate channel.
Yeah, like I had a separate channel, which actually I probably should just throw the live streams in there one of these days. I might just I might look into it. I might consider going back to the old secondary channel. That way fucking people don't just keep getting... Because, like, I've noticed it started to clog the main channel quite a bit. So I'm thinking I might just be like, alright, I think I'm just going to make the switch back to Stream with Torn, so that way we can just have the live streams over there.
Yeah, well,
I think it's stupid getting killed over
yeah, like, worst case scenario, I just stop streaming on this channel and I just make like an exclusive streaming channel. But the problem is I don't stream nearly enough for that to like matter either.
Be up to us to figure out the purpose
Well, the problem is that streams. The problem is that I've never heard streams like hurt. I've never heard like streams hurting the algorithm because the algorithm just wants you to pump out content. Do you agree with Crisis saying Snake scales above Big Boss? Damn it. He's doing so good. That's fine. No, I don't agree with that. I don't think there's really any real substantial evidence for that. That seems like...
If I'm gonna die one way or another, I'd rather go down fighting.
I hate camping out.
How I say this in a way that makes, like, sense. The feats do not support that position. Are you okay with Japanese? Answer the boy Kyle, you okay with Japanese guidebooks or no?
Get me what you can.
I can think for myself, you know.
I don't know, maybe the Japanese have something nice, even though I can't read it.
I'll keep that in mind.
Man, they're already a fucking married couple.
Are you saying they just fight like a couple?
He's literally like, I can think for myself. Yeah, and I don't want you tired. Okay, I'll go sleep.
They're not just ordinary animals from Rena. Each of them has been modified to suit a particular purpose. In fact...
Oh yeah, Christos made a video about Solid Snake versus Boba Fett. Yeah, I saw that. That's weird.
What?
Although I'm not gonna judge the man for having,
You had to screw with our nature too?
You can get angry all you want, but we have bigger fish to fry. So, are you going to work with me or not?
I will. It's in both of our own interests.
I can't take you getting angry at her seriously with that doll on your head.
So, this whole you not feeling pain thing, is that for real?
Why would I lie about it? And why would you care anyway?
No, it's just, you know, I can't imagine what it's like, that's all.
Bro, she wants the D.
As a slave, I'd say it has its advantages and disadvantages.
Oh?
On the upside, when Renan soldiers push me around, I hardly flinch. The downside's that I get injured without even noticing. Which means I could be knocking on death's door and not even realize it.
Really?
Sure. I may be numb to pain, but it doesn't make me immortal or anything. Still, I wouldn't have noticed any of this if someone hadn't pointed it out to me. If not for my fellow slaves, I'd be long dead, lying in a ditch somewhere. I'll see you again tomorrow.
Toby Spider-Man has a limited web, right, in theory? He should have a limited web in general, yeah. There's a lot of shit for MSG, so it'll be a long list. Send him everything. I have to make a fucking roll. Oh my god!
You sound distressed.
I'm getting so fucking sick and fucking tired of every fucking time having to click Control C and then Control fucking V. You don't understand what that is. So I will explain it to you very briefly. Because I'm using fucking Microsoft Edge instead of Google Chrome for this shit, it does not let me just click copy and paste right clicking. It's fucking annoying. They even have magazines? Of course they do. MGS is actually pretty popular.
I believe it.
How does Crisis have video scaling fucking Sam but not Armstrong? Like, how does that happen? How skilled is Tobey Maguire Spider-Man? I'm gonna give a hot take here. I don't really think he's all that skilled at all. I don't think it's ever confirmed he trains or anything.
He's just naturally that Chadley strong.
He just relies on his reflexes and
Which I hate when people say, like, oh, we don't know if he's actually that strong. It's like, dude, all of his villains did all of the best shit in that movie. Seriously, the Sandman literally manhandled Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, but in fairness to the Sandman situation, you could legitimately make a claim that Peter doesn't really like, he doesn't really beat Sandman on his own either. If it wasn't for the black suit, he probably would have lost.
Yeah, but then he still has, like, the direct feats of beating the Green Goblin and also beating Dr. Octavius.
I need to be stronger.
The funniest thing about the whole situation is that it really is just every single fucking one of his villains was better.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Yeah, but Toby's just a reflexive guy. He's not an actual skill guy. Which honestly does kind of suck. Because you could make a case that other characters are actually fucking are more skilled than he is, even like in the MCU movies and the like. It's just that he probably still beat them in a fight.
Hey, when's Daddy coming home? Your daddy's not coming home. He was a failure. Weak.
And so I had to get rid of him.
She looks about 12 and she's like, no, he's just going away for a while. He's going to get some cigarettes.
You know, can I just say I would love a fucking game.
Oh, never mind, she's not dumb.
Plot twist. Can I just say I would love it if one day you're playing a game where after you've killed all the guards, you go to their hometown and you see that all their kids are waiting like, when Dad's coming home, and you can just be like, I fucking killed him.
What? What you mean like a really fucked up scene from like MGS3 where in the afterlife you see everyone you've killed?
Me casually walking through the afterlife, seeing my body count? Huh. I thought there'd be more of you. Would it be okay with Spider-Man 4 movie or no? I'd love another Tobey Maguire movie. I'm gonna tell you right now, the biggest letdown for me, this might be controversial, the biggest letdown for me about No Way Home is that they did not bring back Harry from the original 3 movies. It would have been really cool seeing James Franco back as Harry for like helping the. It should have been like an actual team fight versus each other, not just fucking 3-on-5. It wasn't even the Sinister fucking Six, bro. That's the closest we're gonna get to a Sinister Six fight too. That's fucking it sucks. I still remember how fucking like excited I was the first time they showed Dr. Octopus in the trailer. It was beautiful. It was perfect. Harry is faster than Tobey Spider-Man, right? Didn't Sandman turn good in the ending of Spider-Man 3? Yeah. I mean, if you actually pay attention in Spider-Man, in No Way Home, he's actually a good guy at the start. He literally helps Peter take down,
Electro.
Yeah, like, he's not a bad guy. In fact, he's never really bad. It's just that they just don't. They
literally come to that conclusion at the end of Spider-Man 3. The problem with Spider-Man 3 is that they wanted to shoehorn Venom because the entire movie, if you actually pay attention, is supposed to be about Sandman.
No, he's talking about No Way Home.
No, I'm just saying in general. Like even in the original Spider-Man 3, the Sandman was never portrayed to be a villain.
Yeah, because you end up just finding out at the end that I think you get the flashback at the end where you find out that he wasn't even the one who killed Uncle Ben. It was the other guy. No, I was wrong. He did kill Uncle Ben, but he did it because the guy spooked him and he shot somebody with a gun.
I think Spider-Man 3's biggest issue is that they tried to shoehorn Venom instead of just having it an exclusive fucking, like, Sandman movie. Because you could tell that's exactly what they wanted to focus on.
Yeah, but I wonder how you would do some of the black suit scenes if, like, you did do it that way.
I'm just gonna say this now, like, the black suit scenes were probably shoehorned in to get Venom in there.
No, because, like, the fight where fucking he has with Sandman in the fucking, where he beats him underground, that's kind of integral. Venom in the Spider-Man 3 movie light novel says he crushed mountains.
I wonder if
So what?
Oh, wait, have you never heard about the novel differences from the movie? The novel's pretty fucking hardcore.
I'm sorry, do all three of them have novels?
Sounds like it was
I'm not sure.
deal out there. Much as I hate to admit it, there aren't many.
Which Venom is better, Sony or Spider-Man 3? Visually, Sony's Venom is better, but I think character-wise, Spider-Man 3's Venom was better. The problem with Venom in the Venom movies is that he's not really the monster. He's a comedic fucking joke. He suffers too much from what the MCU became.
Glad to hear it. Now, what was that favor you wanted to ask me?
Oh, right. Well, you see.
Damn, this casual racism.
I'm wondering if I know of any places
What?
where you can find Brennan equipment, huh? Anywhere with those damn bright eyes is gonna have tight security, of course. You can't just go carelessly poking around.
Wow, Kyle, why are you playing a game that like inspires racism?
Across the wilderness
I learned it from you.
find the Fagin ruins. There's some kind of old Renan castle out there. What with it being impenetrable, I forgot.
Wow.
Who knows? Maybe you can find some way in. You ask me, though.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I don't like modern MCU.
If I were you, I'd get comfortable with Dan and guards.
Those look like the ruins. Let's move.
Are we? Hey, Shion, where does your gun come from?
What do you mean, where does it come from?
Go on.
When you're fighting,
Go on.
looks like it just
Oh,
What do you think of this explanation? Go on. Give it shit like you give me shit.
when I don't need my weapon, I
Hang on, let me see. Oh, that's transferable technology. When I don't need a weapon, I submerge it in empty space, and when I do, I summon it. Makes sense. Wow, what a well-reasoned, scientifically valid, and totally reasonable answer. And I hope some fucking dumbass doesn't try and argue for sound being carried on fucking beams of light on raindrops across the fucking planet. No, because that would be silly, right, Kyle?
Yeah, that sounds kind of cool.
You're fucking retarded. Spider-Man game with Tobey is canon to the movie and the novel. Is that Spider-Man? Is that just Spider-Man 1 or Spider-Man 2?
Yeah, guys, just I really appreciate like the naming schemes they went for when it came to the new Spider-Man movies, especially when people just like Spider-Man 4 homeless. See, he likes my idea.
submerge it in empty space.
Zim, why are you being so passive-aggressive?
Make sense?
Because I had to sit down with Kyle and explain
he-
to him one
I-
day.
I'm asking agreeing with me, see? He's got the right answer for it.
No, really, but it sounds pretty amazing. Is that what you wanted me to say? You have to understand. So Kyle's also working on his own book, you know, coming out slowly over time.
You don't have to carry around any heavy
I've got other projects. You've seen how much shit I'm juggling.
Yeah. So when Kyle releases his novel 10 years from now,
You're praising the technology of your enemies, right?
So, technology is technology. It's not good or bad in and of itself.
I guess that's true.
the novel is great. Of course, you'd say that, Devil. Devil, waste all your gems on the loose pools. I want to feel better about myself. That's how it goes. It's going good. I'm just working on the rules for the card game right now because I figured I should finalize these details. Send what I can find, which is a lot of art books. Kyle, check your DMs.
Hey,
Thank you, Rocket Alice. I like where you got some of this from. Do you want to know where you got the art book from Metal Gear Solid 4?
Oh, E-Hentai.
Yeah.
Apparently, there are quite a few jokesters out there in the world who decide that they want to post all their fucking guidebooks on hentai websites.
Oh yeah, so Devil, why didn't you tell them your reaction when I told you I got nail?
Hang on, I gotta decide how I'm gonna do these rules. I guess I gotta explain turn 1. Oh, fuck, I gotta explain the safety zone 2 and shit. Fuck! It's getting better all the time.
With that blade and your strength, the average Zoogle shouldn't be a problem.
Kyle pulled the top DPS at the moment who'll be viable for the next 3 to 4 months. I know, he told me. I'm a little fucking... I'm not jealous. But when he told me that, I was like, that's a little silly. I can hang on. I gotta explain the board space. I am still in disbelief. You know, if Lost Claudia wasn't on maintenance, I would try my luck to see if I can get her on the first pool too, just to see if that would happen. And then Devil could just be like, fuck both of you guys. Hang on. If I'm being honest, there's one...
What about you?
Just watch and see.
Hang on. If I'm being honest, there was one movie novel I really desperately wanted to get a hold of, but it's debatable whether or not it's even real. And that is the novel for Austin Powers Goldmember.
Is a novel for it?
There is allegedly a novel for it. There have been people who have talked about information in the novel.
Is it good for power scaling?
Well, no one knows, because no one's been able to produce a copy of it. But I don't care for power scaling. I want to know why the fuck he's not with the blonde girl in the second movie. Because if you've ever seen Austin Powers, in The Spy Who Shagged Me, Austin ends up with the blonde girl. But according to what I've read in the novel, she leaves Austin because he can't get over his first wife. But I want the source! Unlike Zim, who lives a complete copium, I admit I'm completely unwholesome. Guys, I am wholesome. Just because I'm writing a smut series does not mean I am unwholesome, okay? I want to make that clear. Also, I damn near called in tonight. Devil, you work like 70 hours. I'm sure you can afford to call in a few times. It took 48k to bring Ryvern home, and he is flinchable. He has slow combo stuff and is a good beginning unit, but if he runs out of skill stock, he becomes dead weight fast. Jobber Gadot has a video on Armstrong versus Funny Valentine. You want to know who people don't have video on? Noctis versus Kenshiro.
Because no one cares for it. Also, Devil.
Fuck you.
Well, they don't. Also, Devil. Have you shown people on the Versus Wiki thing Mangler's God of War destroying cosmology?
Here's a lot of Holcium. Also, I can see what I can find. Yo, Devil, have you seen the Dragon's Dogma 2 trailer?
I guess it's been a while since I had a bite to eat.
Oh my god, they do argue like a couple.
Don't worry about me. I'm used to working while I'm hungry. It's no big deal.
It is a big deal. You should eat whenever you can. The last thing I need is you keeling over in the middle of a fight just because you didn't eat.
Never thought I'd get lectured on eating by a Renin, of all people.
Yeah, well, some of us Renins know what it's like to go without food, believe it or not.
What do you mean?
Actually,
I thought...
This isn't about me. Now, are you going to eat or not?
I would, if we had anything to eat, but we don't.
Actually, I have a little bit of food on me.
You've been carrying that stuff around this whole time? Not sure it's gonna be enough for the both of us, though.
That's why we're going
Your fucking brother. What is with him?
What do you mean?
I can hear him moaning.
Never done anything like that before.
I don't fucking know what he's fucking moaning about. They would have been angry. I was fuming at the moment due to not receiving my prior vacation pay. I saw it. I'm pleased. Devil, if you're not being paid properly, why not just tell them, like, hey, guys, what's up with this? In Zim's mind, Kenshiro one-shots knock this low diff. Honestly, I'm not too sure yet.
What are you staring at me for?
Your clothes are all about function over form. You should think about sprucing them up a little.
Why?
Kyle, do you still have the doll in your head?
I guess you're right. I just think you'd look good with a little blue thrown in somewhere.
No, but look what's for dinner. Porridge.
Kyle, where the fuck is the doll in your head? Did you take it off?
Yes, I couldn't take it seriously.
Kyle, put the doll back on his head! Kyle, you put that doll back on his head right fucking now! I don't care how many cutscenes it's ruined, you will put that doll back on, so help me God. I'm 100% sure Zim will highball knock Kenshiro. You mean scale him correctly?
Definitely keep you guys full.
Kyle, you making the woman cook?
You really do eat through that mask of yours, huh?
What?
I'm impressed you can
What?
manage so well.
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. You get used to it after a while.
Sorry it didn't live up to your
Still, I'm glad we decided to stop and fill our stomachs. I've got a newfound respect for cooking now. But I guess that's easy when you're used to eating everything raw.
You've got me curious now.
It would have
Is
been
it just
perfect
pain you
if
can't
it had any
sense, or
flavor.
your taste buds
Sorry it
too?
didn't live up to your palate.
Oh, no, that wasn't a knock on you. I was just...
How so?
Sorry.
That's so
That's
unusual
not how I
about
should
what
thank
you
you
eat.
for cooking for me.
You've got me curious now. Is it just pain you can't sense, or are your taste buds shot too?
Oh, sure, my taste buds work fine. Although, apparently what I like tends to be a little out there.
How so?
Maybe it's best
What's so
I take charge
unusual
of the
about what
cooking.
you eat?
One time I couldn't get enough of these things I picked off a plant, but everyone else said they were way too spicy. Doc thinks maybe I crave spicy food to compensate for the lack of pain I feel.
So you're a masochist.
Maybe it's best I take charge of the cooking. You know, just to be on the safe side. I can't guarantee it'll be to your tastes, though.
I said I'm sorry. Look, I'll learn to tone down my tastes in the future, so let's just put that slip of the tongue behind us already.
She's never gonna forget that. Can Kenshiro kill a nut dead bean? Probably. Hang on, I gotta review these rules here.
Do you?
I do. I gotta get this shit done so that way I can fucking hate my life further when I'm designing cards.
Off we go.
Why didn't you just let Devil do it?
Because I'm the one making the game, you cocksucker!
Why didn't you just let Devil do it?
Wow.
Also, did Devil say whether or not he's shown the video to the Versus Wiki?
They already know, I'm sure. They keep tabs on us. Noctis is undead character at the end of the game, right? That Noctis is unscalable, so that'd be you wouldn't use him as like.
Looks pretty ancient, but I recognize Renan architecture when I see it.
It's seen some beatings.
Ah, the doll's back. The game's already infinitely better.
It's not just their technology. The Renans build their structures out of special materials too. Strong enough to withstand assaults from Danon tools and weapons. Anyway.
So how the hell are we?
God, why does he sound like he's like a muffled parrot on your shoulder?
Easy.
Dude, my door is closed. His door is also closed. I don't know what to tell you.
Tell him to shut the fuck up.
I can't, he's in his room.
That may not have been a fancy feast we just had, but I don't remember the last time I felt this full.
Do the Renans often not give you all enough to eat?
God, he laughs like a fucking deaf ghost.
I'm gonna look up some sound canceling material and see if I can't put some sound absorbers in my room.
I thought you were gonna look up something else then.
Thinking about it now, I wonder if they've always kept.
I thought you were gonna say you were gonna look up some untraceable fucking chemicals.
Why would I tell you that?
Who knows what I know?
Bro, for reals. If the chat knew half the things you knew.
An empty stomach takes its toll on the body and the spirit after a while.
How does a Renan like you know what it's like?
I may be Renan, but they don't like me either. I could be squeaky clean and they still wouldn't give me anything.
Did your stomach just...
I didn't hear anything.
But you just ate. How are you already...
I said I didn't hear anything.
I still have some I haven't eaten yet. Do you want it?
Sure.
I like that. But we just ate. How are you already...
How are you already back to being hungry?
I've been in that situation. I guess I gotta decide the secondary deck size too.
15.
No, that won't work.
Of course it will.
Stop just saying Yu-Gi-Oh numbers because it's the only card game you know.
I know the Pokemon one.
Do you actually know the Pokemon card game, or are you just saying you know it exists?
I've collected a few cards.
God, you don't even know how to play the game, do you? Is Dean with the Mark an undead character? I don't think he's dead when he has the mark.
He's not undead.
Yeah, because I already did several round matchups for Fisto and Northstar, and the only Souther matchup I can think of is Poseidon from Record of Ragnarok. But that might be... That one depends on...
Oh! You could probably do Emperor from Final Fantasy.
I'm just gonna say this right now, Emperor would like beat Souther in a fight pretty easily, unless I like don't include Dissidia scaling. If I don't include Dissidia scaling, I don't assume Uni based off dethroning God. What is the highest he gets actually?
Well, how do you take the when you enter the boss battles? Do you take if there's stars in the background that they made that fighting ground, like when you fight Chaos at the end of one?
No. Well, okay, so that depends on the context. But in the case of the Emperor, no, because the Emperor reappears in his Hell form in Opera Omnia, and that arena is not there. I know what you're talking about, and no. Especially because
then you would say the same thing for Chaos then.
No, because when you fight Chaos, you don't fight him in a separate like dimension area.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Unless I'm misremembering where you fight Chaos.
At the end of one, yeah, it's a completely different background to all the other enemies.
Let me look it up real quickly.
It's got like stars and shit in the background.
No, let me take a look. Shut up.
We've been walking around for a while now. Can we give up already?
What, you're tired?
I'm here to kill Chaos and just Jack strangling Garland.
She's really determined to find those clothes.
Okay, in this case, I would say Chaos created this because the arena where you meet Chaos looks completely different than what the arena is. But let me look at Final Fantasy 2.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
If it was up to VC in 2 hours, we'll see. Okay, let me look at one. Wait, the Emperor doesn't have stars in the background though.
Is this Renin technology? I'm amazed you guys can pull something like this off.
For us, sites like this are completely normal.
Oh. Oh.
Well,
God, I will never not love the Emperor. Sold his soul to the devil, lost the battle to humanity, and when he goes to hell, takes over heaven and hell. Like, God, what a Chad. And you understand, like, he does it, like, in 5 minutes. Like, you understand, like, he does it almost instantly, right? Because I think, like, how long is it before you go into hell to fight him? Like, what, like 2 minutes?
if you're going by the game, it's like as soon as he dies. If you're going by story, it'd be like a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks.
Bruh. I can also carry Las Claudia too. I will not be pitying Lelouch or the other character. I have Bradley and Bayo donating our Dark DPS as Chadley stomps both, in my opinion. Then there also becomes the question of how do you want to take Emperor's speed?
The problem is, I don't think FF2 has any good speed feats.
None in cutscenes, so the only argument you can make would be they can dodge rays of light in gameplay. But I know you're not fond of that argument, but that's like the only thing you can give him. Well,
The only thing,
no, he appears in Stranger of Paradise, and that's the same Emperor. But does that fall under Dissidia scaling? I can't wait to see you guys' reaction to Min-Max Bradley. Mordekaiser versus the Emperor. Honestly, I can make a pretty solid argument for Mordekaiser scaling the 5D beings. Whereas the Emperor, unless, even with the Dissidia scaling, like at best he gets 5D.
Alright, we're in a cutscene. We'll answer questions after the cutscene.
Alright. I better see a doll on your fucking head.
They don't look like they've aged a day.
The designs are a little dated, but it'll have to do.
Listen, I get it. You care how you look. But we've got places to...
Boing.
What is it?
No, nothing.
She really pulls the gun out on him.
Kept Zephyr and the others waiting long enough. we should head back.
Okay, let's head back to Ulzebek.
You're in a good mood. Were you that happy to find a new outfit?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the same as ever.
You said before that this probably used to be a supply depot, right? But Nay thought it was a Renin castle. I wonder what it actually is.
Who knows?
Who knows?
What, can't I not know something? You didn't think I knew every last thing about my own kind, did you?
I didn't say that.
From what I've heard, a lot of the materials that were initially brought over from Rena 300 years ago were repurposed for other things over time. So it's entirely possible that this place used to be both a supply depot and a lord's castle at different points in time. They're not mutually exclusive. I couldn't tell you when the lord's castle moved to its current location, though. Well, satisfied?
Yeah. Thank you. You know, for telling me about all that.
It's not
Even this costume or going to the old one?
Come on, let's keep moving.
I think we should go back to the other one and just keep it consistent like we did last time. Just like one skin throughout it. I'm just surprised it overrode your costume. I'm just surprised it overrode your costume.
Why is your brother giving his best Ric Flair impression?
I do not fucking know why he's like that. Please, listen. I kinda like the white one, not gonna lie. Racist.
Right, here goes! Damn it!
Here I go!
This
I
one's
never
all mine!
miss!
You're mine!
None shall escape my judgment!
Plasma shock!
Ray! Barely a blip on our radar.
Also, Kyle, it's clearly genetic.
What's in reference to?
I have no fucking clue.
Oh my god, we got fast travel.
To Ulzebek?
Yeah, we better. We don't have time to waste.
Someone's in a hurry.
That sounds like you just sound like that's the happiest thing in your life. Also, Sims bro. What do you mean it's what the hell? We're gonna just ignore that. You guys ignore that one. Don't know why that popped up there.
I hate camping out.
Okay. What the fuck? Yeah, I really don't know why the fuck that popped up there. It's usually pops up on the other one.
Seems to be doing okay.
That's weird.
Make sure to get some good rest.
Was that Rin? No.
Oh, can you spray him with like a water bottle or something?
I
What?
think we've rested long enough.
Can you spray your brother with like a water bottle or something, game? That shut the fuck up.
No. The problem is that my brother's not reasonable like I am. Say it. Say it.
So you're both the same?
One Yu-Gi-Oh card, Yu-Gi-Oh! Fight these anime state the guard is rival to all three god cards? No, that seems unlikely.
I hate camping out.
You're not reasonable, Zed? No, you convert rivals to god card? What card is he even talking about then? And also, I'm not too sure if I trust you when it comes to scans. You seem biased.
Familiar territory.
I feel like somebody's watching.
Crap! What?
Sushin the Sleeping Giant?
Is it going?
What the fuck? What card is that one?
Damn it!
Just where do you think you're going?
You know where. Moskul.
What good is it going to do to...
I don't need your permission.
Did he just tell her he doesn't need her permission?
Yep.
Damn. He's gonna get a stern talking to later.
He's his own man.
You were soldiers stationed at the garrison and you...
That's
Just
what
like his
every-
name. He is a man of iron.
You picked the wrong fight. Orochi's fury! Azure Storm! Next!
Mega Ray! By the power of water!
It got flyers.
I've got this!
It's over.
Let a marksman handle it!
So what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that's what everyone says until she puts her foot down.
Now you'll learn. Mess with my friends, will you? You just crossed the wrong line. You're finished. Azure Storm.
They really don't give up, do they?
Plasma shock.
Hey, hang in there. Hey! Damn it!
Can't fuck with anything like that. Oh.
Please, hurt the children. Can't reach them in time.
Everyone's always on about the children.
Too late.
Alright, take it easy there, Frieza.
Don't hurt the children.
What's that?
What?
Alright, take it easy there, Frieza.
Damn it, I can't reach them in time. Get back, Cole. Doc. Cole, stop! Not if I can help it. Try harder, Meister.
Actually,
This one's
we
mine!
were talking about Avatar the other day, but I have a simple question. Is it ever properly explained why the fuck some of those... Why the fuck some of those fucking, like, earthbenders wear that weird-ass hat?
Because it's part of their culture.
Okay, but why, though? Like, is it made out of earth or something? Because, like, it blocks fireballs in the series. Like, it'll block fire attacks.
Probably. The fuck thing about Avatar is that Avatar is one of those series that if you want to properly scale it, you kind of have to like watch the director commentary of the entire series.
Do they actually talk about shit like that?
They have. So you know how Toph can sense shit out of the air?
Yeah.
People only know that's a thing because of director commentary. That's never directly confirmed in the actual series.
Which also means the Nordic gods are greater than the Egyptian gods.
It's implied, but it's never directly stated. Like, that's kind of like some of the things that shit me, where it's just like, I don't want to like go through something and then find out I have to go through it again, but with some cunt talking, so I know exactly like what this is supposed to be like. Because I'm pretty sure Ruby has the same problem. But I'm not going to fucking invest money in buying the DVDs for director commentary. I don't want to fucking listen to Miles Luna for like 12 hours. I already do enough of that in the series as it is. Oh, we saved the doc.
Iron Mask, take it easy. It's all right now. Most were able to escape, and we've survived. Honestly, we got off lucky. It's often worse when a resistance group pops up.
Lucky? You call people getting slaughtered like
Motherfuckers
this
are really gonna
lucky?
make me fucking sit down and actually go through fucking Yu-Gi-Oh!
Dead and slave. You're dead if you stand up to them. Keep your head down and do as you're told. At least then, and you have a chance to survive. You only have one life. That's why.
I should wait for the right moment?
Yes.
So someone else dies instead while we live another day.
Let me see this.
Doc? You're willing to risk everything on the chance that things will get better if we wait long enough. But what's the point of waiting if others have to die so that we can live?
What do you think happens when someone
Damn, Doc be spewing pure facts here.
The rebel died, and that was that. But it never ends with only one death. You've seen it for yourself. Everyone suffers for it.
Am I really gonna have to like fucking go and watch Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds?
Waiting has no meaning.
Hang on, alright, so he summoned Thor.
But that's... I understand not wanting to throw away the same lives we're trying to protect. That would be senseless. But if you wait too long, if you get too used to waiting, then eventually you lose the will to fight. I don't want that to happen.
Unless he beat Thor.
I've already met the Crimson Crows. People who risk their lives to fight the Renan's rule. People who know they might not live to see us win, but fight anyway to give those who come after a better chance. If my life is at risk either way, then I'd rather spend it fighting.
How are you really talking all this shit about these fucking Nordic gods if they're affected by monster effects?
It's a sword that only I can wield, but one that's also too powerful to use on my own. I doubt those who fought the Renans in the past ever had something like this on their side.
I'm literally watching a guy use the fucking Aesir gods, and he's basically losing.
Okay. If that's how you feel, then forget what I said.
And it looks like they're affected by card effects.
Bro, look at it. Look at the detail on that shirt. You can see the individual lines and shit.
Let me see. Hang on. Unfortunately,
Like it's especially prominent where the collar is.
I can't see the shirt. I wanted to stream is behind. You can tell about Toph and the air from her fight. Should have cast rocks out of the air and throws them back.
Currently, you and that sword are the only things capable of driving the Renans back. It's because of you.
They're not the anime card explicitly. They're not affected by spell trap monster effects. I'm literally watching the duel and Thor's being affected by monster effects.
Thank you.
This guy just summoned Loki and Thor.
Remember what you said.
Why didn't you just cut the shit and just look up what the actual cards do?
Because I think this is when they're introduced. Because this is this guy's summoning two of them, unless they're introduced earlier in the series. Sparta, when are these cards introduced? Thor and Loki are in Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, in 5Ds, the Norse gods are a thing.
We've been waiting for you.
You're not gonna ask what happened?
I think it's what, Thor, Loki, and Odin?
I see. Zephyr?
I thought I said
Let me
Odin.
ask you something. Would you have invited me to join you, even if I didn't have the blazing sword?
Of course.
Why, though?
There aren't many folks out there who are crazy enough to resist the Renans like we do. So when I find someone with the knack for it, I make sure to keep them close. Plus, you remind me of another guy we lost. Maybe deep down,
Oh, that's not,
trying to help you was
that's
a
not
way of
what's
making
up.
amends for what I couldn't do for him. But if you don't want this, just say the word.
I'm not going anywhere. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't even be here.
You say so. All right, come on in.
Thanks.
Yes.
What's wrong?
We've reached our destination.
Got it.
Bro saying 90 got retconned. And Dante is a Kratos and Goku victim.
We've reached our destination.
Wait, how would Dante be a Goku victim? Does he not skill Uni DMC in general?
Who's he talking about?
A guy named Ashen.
Hey.
Yeah.
Is this something you're into?
Yeah. Structures and gadgets.
Thanks. Good.
I didn't see the statement there. Where is it?
Is this something you're into?
Yeah. These ingenious structures and gadgets never cease to amaze me.
Maybe
Check
right
out
here.
these handle grooves.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be seeing here.
Ooh, it's cutscene time.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
All right, everyone. It's time. Remember, eyes on the prize. We're after Balsef. Nothing else. Cut off the head, and the snake perishes. Hit them head on, however. And we won't make it through the castle gates, let alone reach Balsef himself.
Do you hear this, people? I am better than all of you.
Well, I'm looking for the statement that says that.
Everything in our power to make sure that ace reaches Balsef's jugular. To that end, I'll be splitting us up into separate forces.
You just said all of us hitting them head on would be useless. Why would we divide ourselves up?
Because we're the decoys. We'll buy our ace in the hole the time they need to get in. We only need to cause enough of a ruckus around the castle to distract the enemy. That said, we need to look like the real deal, which is why I'll be tagging along too.
You two?
Like a fucking wrestler.
Who's going to take on Balsef?
The Iron Mask. I'm counting on you and Shion to make your way to wherever Balsef's hiding. Once there, you drive that flaming sword right through him.
Yeah, no, I'm watching it.
You aren't serious.
Or I'm watching AMV with all the text.
One of them's a Renin.
No one said the plan was perfect. By far, the biggest danger is the one you two will be facing. The fate of this quest rests entirely in your hands, which is why you get the final say.
Just back to square one.
You want out? Now's the time to say so.
And if we say no?
0 life.
Then you say no. Just means we're back to square one, that's all.
Well, you're
And I go back to being a slave.
It's your life.
Well, obviously, I'm watching it with text.
Ball's in your court, soldier. What do you say?
I want to fight.
Professors.
But for what?
To no
What
longer
are you
die.
fighting for?
To free the Danans from the yoke of their abusive oppressors.
Freedom.
To no longer die at the whim of another.
I believe we have
To
our
break the shackles of our enslavers.
hold on to that belief.
To live in
Just
taste
like
freedom.
Now you're talking. I believe we have our ace in the hole, people. Hold on to that belief, and we just might break through that wall yet. And what about you?
I was born ready. Now can we get this show on the road?
There's a gate on your right once you leave here. Go through it and ride the elevator you'll find. I'll send ahead a few friendly faces to keep watch on your way. If you get into
Shoot your brother!
look to them for support.
Say it was self-defense.
We all good.
While he's on the bathroom, just shoot him. It worked for Oscar Pistorius.
Lenin's bloody 3th-century reign.
Oh my god, why are my glasses so fucking muddled up? What the fuck?
To your battle stations, everyone.
Well, I'm trying to find the statement in the anime where fucking, where it stated this guy's on par with the Egyptian god cards, but I just saw the episode, and all they say is that, it's a miracle he's ever been summoned. No one's ever been able to summon him in the entirety of Duel Monsters.
For a guy going into a life and death battle?
I'm not saying I'm not worried, but you have to remember, this
Is it a-
the first time any of us
Is it a dub scene?
any hope.
It shouldn't be.
You scared at all?
I don't have time.
My glasses are too fucking foggy for some fucking
This is only
reason.
the
That's
first
weird.
step in a long, long plan of
I should
mine.
have something to clean them later.
You want to take down all
Let me see
right?
here.
It's hard to believe it'll ever happen.
Sai, I'll find it for you.
But it will.
I know. I haven't forgotten.
I mean, unless literally every fucking person on YouTube's been skipping over that specific line.
If we lose, we might suffer a fate worse than death, you know.
That's probably true. But instead of
Oh, wait, hang on.
wouldn't it be a better use
Let
of
me
our
see.
time to figure out ways to avoid that and not lose?
I suppose.
Whatever happens, I'll put
Okay, I think this might be
everything
it.
into winning. You can count on that.
Hang on. I think I might have found it.
Something happened.
Alright. It's time for Total War.
Balsef's castle
I guess it has
is
to be.
just above
I guess
us.
it's earlier.
Right. And let's use that elevator thing.
Let me see. What episode are you watching? Are you telling me this fucker? No, like, is there a second fucking episode this guy gets summoned?
Zephyr and the Crimson
Episode
Crows are supposed to be
121?
distracting the Renans from the front.
Then let's go around and sneak in elsewhere.
That's Zephyr from the Crimson Crows! Kill him!
I hope he's gonna be okay.
Is now really the time to be worrying about him? We've still got a job to do.
There are owls here too.
Alright, looks like episode 121's not on YouTube. At least not without having to pay for it. Let me see here.
I'm surprised there are owls here too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought.
Let me look at season 2. Because I'm pretty sure I'm watching the right episode. Okay, hang on. So, this is 59, 64.
Gates of fire sure look intimidating once you see them up close. We can't say this place is truly liberating.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally the...
What are you
You mean the episode where he's first summoned, right?
We still have to take down Balsef.
No?
Let's get
Is this someone's idea of a bridge?
We should be getting close to
The episode where he deals, you say?
Let's get in there and kick their asses.
Okay, so then, yeah, so then that should be popping up here.
Of a bridge?
Looks like it. Don't fall or this would be a pretty short story.
Hang on. Okay, I think I found it. Let me see here. Okay, what's this one?
Oh, an actual cutscene.
Yeah. We don't know what would happen.
It's already started.
Better
We need
not
to
have
hurry.
be ready.
Hold on.
Be caught in trouble.
You should take the blazing sword.
Are you sure?
Yeah. We don't know what might happen up ahead. It's better to have it and be ready than to be caught in a fight without it.
I took the liberty of cutting the flow of energy from the master core. And maybe give him with a sword. Right.
I've got 2 swords.
That's nice.
Try not to forget that.
I'm watching their duel right now. It is in the English sub, right?
Where the hell is Balsef? If we don't hurry up and find him.
Standing right next to me.
You're too close. Try to stay farther apart.
Oh, right. Sorry about that. Was I really that close?
I guess I'm just not used to standing right next to people.
I mean, we just made sure the thorns were.
You mean because of your thorns?
You can keep your opinions to yourself.
You're a surprisingly nice person.
I'm not
What?
saying I know everything.
You don't think so? I mean, you just made sure your thorns wouldn't.
You can keep your opinions to yourself.
Want to?
You don't know the first thing about me.
I'm not saying I know everything about you. Sheesh. No need to bite my head off.
You're right.
You just can't take a hint, can you?
I don't know what sorts of hardships you've been through. After all, could I possibly know about
I'm sorry. You're right.
I knew you didn't
I don't know what sorts of hardships you've been through. After all, how could I possibly know about pain?
I know you didn't mean anything bad by what you said. The throne room is up on the next floor. That's probably where we'll find Balsef.
Something you want to say, just come out and say it. I hate when I feel like people are laughing at me on it.
Hey,
Especially someone like you
What?
where I can't read your expression.
if there's something you want to say, just come out and say it.
Huh?
I hate when I feel like people are laughing at me on the inside. Especially someone like you where I can't read your expression.
What? Why would I laugh at you? What are you talking about?
Just what?
My outfit. As soon as you saw me in those ruins, you wanted to say something, didn't you?
You know that?
Oh, it's not that. It's just
Just what?
nothing.
You're a truly awful person. You know that?
An awful... Hey, you're the one jumping to conclusions about what I think. You're not one to talk.
Then prove me wrong and tell me what you were really thinking.
It wasn't anything mean about you, I promise.
I don't believe that for a second.
And it doesn't matter what the hell I tell you. You'll always doubt me.
God.
What?
Why are you like this, Kyle?
What?
Just a minute.
I mean, even if these cards are stronger, like let's say they're stronger AP wise, they are not anywhere near as hacksy as the God cards are.
What are you? Time to see what this blazing sword can truly do.
That's badass. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Consider yourself finished. Amazing.
Bruh. Yeah, Sparta.
Oh, fire absorption. Oh, fire absorption. Cool.
Got it.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say. Wait. So then, when does he say that then? Hang on, why isn't that popping up?
Why don't you get Sparta to tell you to link you a video in the exact time?
Yeah, like I mean, he already said. Like, I don't doubt the like statement being said. I'm just confused because I literally just watched their duel. Are you sure it said during Yusei's duel?
Gotta break through.
Where are you going?
Burn in hell. Orochi's fury.
Cyan Instant!
Die. You're mine.
Stay!
Plasma shock.
Here I go.
Take it.
You're mine.
Try harder. No chance.
Here.
Here I go. It's over. You're mine. Orochi's fury.
Oh, okay.
You find it?
No, the reason I couldn't find it is because he fucking grabbed it from a fucking pirate website, Anime TV. Whereas or well, I guess, well, you know the website probably. Sparta, get the link off my server. But okay, yeah, now I get it. I was wondering where the fuck it was because I was trying to find it on YouTube. No, like he sent the scan. Like I don't. Sparta.
The problem.
That's
The problem. The problem is that the problem is that depending on what website you go to, they can have different like subtitles.
Yeah, that's not the official sub. Is that a fan scanlation?
It's not about that. It's just.
Yeah, that looks like subtitles turned on. It's the official translation?
It's like the sword is almost.
Then why does it look like subtitles?
I don't know what's got you so worried, but in case you forgot, that sword is
There's an official.
Send the screenshot to me. I've seen enough fucking code in anime.
Alright. Just watch it.
Oh no, that's made. That's not official. They don't do the black background text.
No, I know, because I'm watching the official scan.
Yeah, they don't do the black box.
Sparta,
No official sub will do the black box.
Sparta, tell me right now, where in the duel is that line said? Because I'm looking at the entire duel section between them. Where is that said specifically? At what point can you, like, pinpoint? Not a timestamp, but where in the duel is it said?
A double-edged sword in every sense. Since you can't feel pain, You'll need to be careful, okay?
Also, let me just get rid of that real
Are you
quickly.
actually worried about me?
Is that a problem? Look, I need you if I'm going to take out the Lords.
550.
And I can't have
Did I literally not just tell you, don't give me a timestamp? Tell me what's going on around it. I might have to like look up. I think Amazon has the subs for it.
You can buy official sub DVDs.
Well, no, they're online. Like, it's not hard to get a hold of. It's just that, like, if I can find it on YouTube, I'd rather just find it on YouTube because YouTube do upload the official sub.
Shouldn't there be an official Japanese YouTube channel that does the same thing as the English?
Unfortunately, 5D's it hasn't been uploaded like that. Okay, so he just got summoned. Now, VSB does have it where this guy is scaling to the 3 god cards. So, maybe the manga also says this. Or VSB could just be wrong. I don't know when the last time they upgraded their Yu-Gi-Oh! Profiles was.
They have quite a few profiles that they haven't updated in quite a while.
Yeah, we're witnessing the miracle. In the long history of monsters, no Dos has ever summoned this monster. The monster's name is Tushin, the Sleeping Giant. Actually, I have a better fucking question. How would you know if it's as strong as the 3 god cards if no one's ever been able to summon it? And also, I'm just gonna be honest right now. Like, this will just be a pure AP argument because hacks wise and resistance wise, the god cards blow this thing out of the fucking water.
It's so hot. I can definitely believe they're harvesting.
He only negates effects of monsters that he's battling, and he's technically a monster. So he doesn't fall into the divinity hierarchy at all. And from what I can tell, Naira do the Norse gods, but I'm gonna check that episode out in a little bit. I'm just trying to find this statement. They're so melodramatic in this anime. Has anyone ever summoned Ra in the series, not his dragon? You understand that the winged dragon of Ra is Ra, right? Like,
So the official translations, Obelisk and all that, and Slifer, those aren't like their names in the Japanese. I think it's Osiris, Ra, and Set.
It might be Set.
Because isn't either Slifer or Obelisk actually called Osiris?
Slifer is called Osiris in the, no, Slifer's Osiris. They figured out they were trying to bring out Sushin, the Sleeping Giant. Everyone was shocked to find out, and he said, although no monster has the power that rivals the god. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So then it's earlier in the fight then. Here. Alright.
Are those armed soldiers ganging up on a kid?
Yeah, that's earlier in the fight then. Let me take a look.
We have to save him.
Who's he dueling? Is it Jack? Because Jack figures it out. Crow? It's during the Crow duel? Okay, let me fast forward a little bit here. Yeah, because Jack figures out that they're trying to summon him, and then he tells Crow like, hey, hurry the fuck up and end this duel before he summons him.
Are you okay? What were you even doing here?
Dan and slaves that can't handle manual labor outdoors are put to work in the castles as
Working,
servants.
most likely.
Perhaps you didn't know.
Dan and slaves that can't handle manual labor outdoors are put to work in the castles as servants.
Soldiers got really
Surprised
mad
you
all of a
didn't know.
sudden and everyone ran away. I was the only one that got caught.
The
Let's
soldiers
get it
got
down.
really mad all of a
That's
sudden
still
and
not
everyone ran away.
You need
I
to
was
get out
the
of here
only one
before
that
any
got
more
caught.
soldiers find you. Understand? Yes, ma'am.
And it's good that we found you, but it's still not safe here.
You can have this.
You need to get out of here before any more soldiers find you. Understand?
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for saving me. Oh, here! You can have this!
Don't touch me.
Will you guys ever make a Yu vs Kaiba video scaling video of them and their cards? Probably. His weakest of all senior dragons.
I'm sorry. I only wanted to...
Sure. The key to the elevator's here.
Don't sweat it.
Help you guys at
Can
all?
I take it instead?
Yep. That's it.
Sure.
Now,
The
here
key
you go.
to the elevator here.
Be careful on your way
My
out.
next turn.
Guys at all?
Hang on.
Definitely.
My next turn. On my next turn, our strongest card will arrive.
And be careful
So,
on
not
your way
too
out.
happy about a slight touching.
Who's? Okay, no, it's him. Hang on. So it should be coming up right about now.
So, not too happy about a slave touching you, huh?
This isn't the time. We should keep moving.
I love how these fuckers are trying so hard to spend 10 turns to summon this card when they could just play fucking Threatening Roar 3 times in a row and a bunch of, like... The strategy's actually not hard in the anime. The anime just makes simple strategies super fucking complicated.
It won't work until I'm the best of the group. You simply can't be strong and better.
Man, okay, so... Let me see here. Okay.
I won't rest until I'm the best I can
But the
be.
Renan
Still
needs to
struggling
harvest
to be on
natural
par with
energy
the Lord?
from
You
Ganon.
simply can't be too
That's
strong
where
when
it
battle is
lies.
a part of your everyday.
What the hell is that thing?
A spirit vessel.
This place
It's what
looks
the
damn
Renans
near the
use to
same on
harvest
the
astral
outside
energy
as on
from
the
Danis.
inside.
So that's where
Nothing
it all
but
ends up,
fire and
huh?
rocks. I
Damn
think the
them.
Renan Council would at least be a little more elegant.
This place
Instead,
looks
it
damn
seems
near the
this
same on the
Renans are
outside.
very dedicated.
Your idea of a joke? Don't lump the rest of us in with someone like Walson.
Then why does this place look so grungy?
I guess he could say that's the majority of what he's into. He likes fire and he likes... He's an egotistical brute without a single shred of class. He even makes everyone call him by his stupid nickname, the Wild Beast.
That's on the
I feel
inside.
sorry for everyone who's stuck
Nothing but
in the
fire
work
and
week.
rocks. I figured a Renan castle would at least be a little more elegant. Instead, it
Wow.
seems this one was very dedicated to a theme.
Is that your idea of a joke? Don't lump the rest of us in with someone like Balsef.
Then why does his place look so grungy?
I guess you could say that's just the majority of what he's
Okay, yeah, I guess it just got
Likes
skipped over
fire
in this
and he
fucking
likes
AMV.
rocks. He's an egotistical brute
I
without a
would
single
recommend
shred
you
of
guys,
class.
but I have
He
no
even makes
intention
everyone
of being
call it.
friendly.
I feel
You
sorry
clear?
for everyone who's stuck having to work beneath him.
I wasn't about
Huh.
to go hang out. and have a
Interesting.
drink. That's
Why?
for sure.
I used to think all Renans were like him. Terrible people obsessed with their own superiority, who are only out to make us miserable. But now, listening to you talk makes me realize that maybe there are some good ones too. Maybe there are a few of you that are different.
Listen, I don't know what kind of Renan you think I am, but I have no intention of getting friendly with you. We clear?
Crystal, believe me, I wasn't about to suggest we go hang out and have a drink after this, that's for sure. Guess this thing needs a different key to
No,
activate.
you're running the mill edge.
Does it mean Almost is undead? Possibly. Yeah, no. The problem here is that even if you're under the impression... Let's say AP-wise this card does scale, which to be clear, that's not too crazy. Blue Eyes White Dragon and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon are both stated to be on par with the God cards, if not stronger. Then there's also Zork.
That's not your run
It wouldn't really matter. Because you're only arguing for AP and the God cards is like actual hacks are way better.
No choice.
None shall escape my judgment.
Granted, I'm not sure how well you can argue for an AP argument because they're only talking in the rules of the card game.
Take it down.
Touchdown mortality for Obelisk? Possibly. Because none of these guys are summoning the monster. It's just them playing the card game. So I don't know if you can actually use this for lore scaling purposes of AP. Because the god cards are actual real monsters. Now, I guess technically it's a real monster too, but the statement comes from people who are talking about it in reference to the card game. Even with the statement you gave, it specifically says it's as strong as the 3 god cards, the most powerful cards in Duel Monsters history. Which, even that one might be a little false, because I think the Sacred Beasts are supposed to be on that level.
Aren't Sacred Beasts literally supposed to be stronger or on par with the God cards?
I'm pretty sure Sacred Beasts are supposed to be on par with the god cards, but you could argue that most people don't know about the Sacred Beasts. But, doesn't Jaden get the Sacred Beast by the end?
I'm not quite sure, but Jaden would be like renowned as a legend in 5Ds as well as like Yugi.
He might not be, because during the events of the anime, Jaden doesn't actually fucking, Jaden doesn't tell anybody about the duels he wins. He's a nobody. Although, it would be kind of weird if no one knew how good
Well,
of a
he's
duelist he was.
he's not really a nobody because Paradox knows who the fuck he is, and Paradox is further ahead in the timeline than Yusei.
What he go after Jaden for?
He went after Jaden for his I think he's Neos.
There's no Malefic Neos, is there?
I don't know if it was his Neos, but it was one of his like big monsters because he goes after Jaden for a card. I don't remember which one it was. Devil would know.
Sparta, is there a Malefic Elemental Hero Neos? No, this is fan made.
What? You mean my bombs?
Oh, Rainbow Dragon. He might have gone after him for Rainbow Dragon.
I saw something other than fire burst from some of yours.
That's because
It was Neos, but he failed to get him.
they're specially made ones filled
Who did you get Rainbow Dragon from then?
Okay.
Also love him, Demon. So in real life, which deck would you want to have to be able to summon in every
The
day?
effects of my bombs change when I fire bullets of a different aspect.
Why was it working when I needed? For
It
reals.
makes it difficult for enemies to predict what effect they'll have, or when they'll go off.
I just got a message in my Dark Souls 3 guidebook is coming sometime today. Nice. He got it from Jesse? Fucking Jesse can't hold his card to save his fucking life. Fucking failure.
Think of it this way. If you ever get caught up in the blast of one of my bombs and you manage not to die,
What did he take from Yugi?
using my arts.
God, GX crew can't hold their own fucking cards in place. The normal Stardust Dragon one-shot Neo, Jaden Ace card is equal to the most of Yugi's cards, no? No, no, okay, so the problem is that in the context of the card game, you can't scale them to the actual monster's AP. Because in the context of the card game, that's for the card game. I'm pretty sure if Neos beat Jaden's monster, or I'm pretty sure if Jaden's monster lost to Stardust, that would be in reference to the card game. Although I don't even know if the fucking heroes even have lore scaling.
About that elevator.
Yeah.
The Neospatians might. I'm not quite sure if the hero cards do.
No, it's not. So if I watch Bonds Beyond Time, when I see Stardust beat Neos, it's not going to be in the card game context.
The only time Paradox beats any of them is in the card game context.
No. Sparta is claiming, I believe, I could be wrong, that fucking Yusei in the specific battle, it wasn't a duel, it was a real fight.
Is he talking about when
he's in
like? Is he talking about when he's in like Italy and he's attacking Jaden at the start of the movie?
I guess. I'm gonna look this up. Jaden versus Yusei. He's saying yeah.
Consider yourself finished.
Here I come. I'm only getting started.
Orochi's fury.
We're getting close. Also should be right up ahead.
All right, looks like I'll have to watch this then.
All right, we're heading into the main boss battle.
Nice. Using Yubel summon the real Neo. Stardust he went after first, but he was stronger and further in the timeline as the future all starts to the chaos and take back. Yui, he just wants to kill as well as the other three.
Oh, hang on. I'm only getting Mike at the moment.
I'm pretty sure fucking Jaden... Does Yusei even have the ability to summon real monsters? Okay, no, so Spar's already lying.
What do you mean?
Well, because I'm watching AMV for it. They literally announced the start of their fucking duel.
Oh, do they both, like, basically announce that it's a duel now?
The life points literally fly up on both their sides. Okay, so this is a
Oh, then it's in the
misconception
card
about,
game context.
this is a misconception about Jaden's abilities. Jaden getting the eyes doesn't necessarily mean he's actually creating the monsters that way, or that it's not under the card game rules. The eyes are just him merging with Yubel to duel properly. Hang on, I want to watch the rest of this duel real quickly. Because I don't even think, correct me if I'm wrong, but does the 5Ds guy even have, also Kyle's stream is down. Does the 5Ds guy even have the ability to summon a monster like that?
Alright, let me know if it's back up.
It's not up yet, it's still not up. Oh, there you go. It's slowly coming back, we're still getting a signal. Hang on, I'm watching this duel right now.
Finally, it's time to face Balsef.
Speaking of Balsef, how much would you say you actually know about him?
No, it is in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. The cast state when Jane dies, turning again, suddenly becomes real. Yeah, but still within the context of the duel.
What do you mean? He's just a lord that holds power over.
And also, his eyes are swapping back and forth in this AMV, so I don't know.
Why are you watching AMVs for?
Because the fucking actual fight's not on fucking YouTube. I'm gonna have to watch the actual movie later on my own time. Or like the actual movie. So I'm Brad and Jesse.
With sheer brawn like his, he can knock you out with one hit.
Apparently.
And it's practically suicide to go up against him when he has a weapon.
Got it. Watch out for his attacks.
That's only the beginning. You can't expect to beat him by attrition. First, we dodge, then look for an opening. Remember that.
Indeed.
Sounds like our teamwork is really going to be put to the test.
Alright, ready to see the big lord himself?
Screw this up and get us both
Sure.
killed.
I'm trying to remember if I'm underleveled or not. Should be fine.
God, I fucking hate Yusei. He's literally just spamming Scrap Iron Scarecrow.
Oh, here we go.
Don't move, Balsef! So the vermin scum you call kin stirred up enough trouble for you two rats to make it all the way to me, huh? What a pain in the ass.
Hey, it's animated.
Although, it was pretty impressive of you to deliver it straight into my hands. The Master Core.
You really think we're here to hand it over?
Why, of course not.
Bro's built like fucking Kingpin.
Taking it back no matter what you say. In any case, this is the end for you. You won't be getting out of here alive. more fools for coming here. Now die!
Okay, hang on. Is this duel? Okay, no, this is real, right?
We're here to overthrow you and free the Daenerys.
Spare me your weeping.
Or is it like really just well edited? I've been looking at the wrong thing though. This is weird. Hmm. God, how's the movie still recording?
He's like a brick wall.
But he's wide open when he's in the air. I'll shoot him out of the sky.
Make sure you don't miss.
I've been looking at the wrong thing then. God, sometimes I hate YouTube. Yeah, I'll have to check this out on the I'll have to...
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so just to be clear,
Oh,
does Jaden beat Yusei in the duel or no?
Think again.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I was looking at the wrong thing then. I'll have to fucking sit down and actually, I'll have to sit down and actually watch it later then. Yeah, because I was gonna say this is clear cut a duel. Not that time actually. Good time was. Yeah, I'll just watch it later. My question: you watch the movie in dub or sub later? I'm watching in sub. Someone said the first 3 Metal games aren't canon. That's retarded.
what?
Well, I have to watch it in sub
Easy win.
because the arguments are based off subtext, I'm assuming.
Easy win.
Oh, yeah, easy win.
No, my mask!
Even now, I'm not too sure what Jaden's situation is when it comes to Yugi. Because he only duels Yugi in the...
Oh, my mask cracked!
You wait, oh shit, your mask? Is it breaking open? Both sub and dub is okay. It is and it isn't. Subtext literally gives Stardust Dragonfly descaling.
Running from a slave, Balsef? Know your place, insolent boy. Up here, I've got more than enough space to crush you. This time your mask won't be the only thing that cracks.
Bruh, the first main boss in the game is already light speed. Oh, that's metal as fuck.
It's manifested astral energy. Not only that, it's alive.
And that astral energy emerged from the spirit vessel? But wait, that was harvested for me. And that energy is supposed to be mine. It was the two of you. I knew it all along. And you'll pay!
Freezing storm!
Look what you did!
Without your spirit vessel or your master core, you're nothing.
Shield, watch out!
A freezing storm!
That thing's huge!
Don't let it trap you in its flames!
It's over!
Here's a healing art!
I owe you one. Take this!
Reload!
Try this!
That monster's attacking! Look out!
It's too much. My turn.
Reload! Here's a healing art! First aid! I never miss!
Burn! You
fucked when you think about it that, like, the only protagonists that can actually fight each other legitimately and actually have a decent fair duel is just Yugi and Jaden. Every other protagonist gets some bullshit ass summoning mechanic or like just set up of bullshit new cards that would just wreck their shit. Even with the new cards given in like fucking even with like the new cards given in the Dark Side of Dimensions, only really
Oh, I won.
What?
I won. Final cutscene.
Nice.
Possess the blood of a Renin? Why then would you turn against your own kind? It's always been the way of the Renin for the strongest to
A racism be strong.
You have allied yourself with a filthy Danon! You traitor! Tell me why. Why bring ruin and devastation to your own kind? Snakes like you should die!
Well, he wanted the power. Wait, Wait, is that where the battle between Jaden and Yugi ends?
How do we even...
If this sword is made of astral energy as well, maybe...
I mean, I'm just gonna rule here. If this motherfucker would have gone the Rainbow Neos, he probably would be. What the fuck?
Where do we scale this?
Let me see this. How far did that pillar go up? Man, if only we saw some clouds being dispersed, that'd be at least like multi-planet level.
Well, when the Astral Avatar came out, it had thunderclouds and lightning everywhere.
Oh, that's probably like multi-con.
Ooh, he's looking a bit crispy.
Did it. You brought down the wall.
Iron Mask, your face is exposed.
No.
He has a name.
I remember it now. My name.
I don't care. I feel really bad because he sounds really excited about it. Oh, we're seeing the anime. I have a game with the same mask and magma sword that's in the game Kyle's playing. Nice. Did they really need to show the ass shot? I guess the real question, I mean, I'll have to watch Bonds Beyond Time, but like, I keep forgetting that they never showed one between Jaden and Yugi. Granted, all things considered, I think Yugi has a way better. I think Yugi actually has like a way better case to be argued for that he loses. Because Slifer is an ass god card.
Aside from like Dark Magician and the God cards, I think the rest of Yugi's deck's like completely fucking ass compared to Jaden's.
I'm gonna say it like this. I'm pretty sure Jaden took the win at the time when it was released, but well, no, the Pharaoh takes over, so this has to. Yeah, no.
I see flames.
Fucking Yugi getting his ass beat because his fucking deck's been ass since the fucking series started.
My grandpa has no bad cards.
Your grandpa runs Mushroom Man in his deck. Shut up.
He runs the Celtic Warrior.
Melcio can fight, but can they beat the Chosen Undead? I'm really curious to see what they're gonna. I'm just waiting for a death battle. It's gonna be crazy. Oh, Sprite Blue became a guy in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel, a Master Duel.
This is.
Wakey, wakey, sunshine.
I don't think Slifer goes back to the graveyard in the anime rules.
A week? You mean that whole time I was...
Actually, I think it does in some of the duels.
Just as well, too.
Well, because the way the duels work in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is spell cards only affect god cards for a turn and that's it, regardless of what it is. Except for, I think, Ra. I don't think Ra's affected by spell cards, but I could be wrong on that one. I know monsters effects, what kind of screws them over is what gets screwed over by god cards hierarchy. I'm better than North Korea, so I'm great. No, the anime rules don't allow the gods to be special for more than one turn.
What about Balsef's
Then yeah, then Jaden probably won that duel. Unless you assume that Jaden really just fucking kills himself and fucking attacks Slifer.
You slaying Balsef was the catalyst we'd been waiting for. Thanks to
Oh, that's good, Pimp Demon. Being better than North Korea is in a really good position to be in.
We couldn't have done it without you.
I just did what anyone would have done.
So,
The real question is, where's my boy Totally Awesome Scale?
Iron Man. Forgive me. Alphen. It's good to finally see who I'm speaking to.
Is there anything better than North Korea? I'm gonna give a hot take. Potentially not.
remember today. Russ.
I wish I could.
Memory's still giving you grief,
Just everything.
I see.
There are some parts of the world that might be actually better, like worse off North Korea at the current moment.
The rest will come in time.
So, what happens now?
Just woken up.
Well,
She
just
got
everything.
everything.
The realm may be liberated, but we're still destitute. You name it, anything and everything starts from scratch.
It's a sight too many Danons die.
But enough of that. You've just woken up.
So technically, what the lords rule over are technically countries. If we assume that the storm went over the entire country and not just like the immediate area, what would that be like? Low continent.
You'd have to have someone calculate the cloud dispersal.
No, because it appears when the astral like comes, but then when he starts absorbing it, the clouds disappear.
It'd probably be like country level, yeah. So lore-wise, who has the best deck? Kaiba.
Does he?
Yeah. You fucking kidding me? The Blue Eyes White Dragon cards he got in the fucking movie, I think are better than like every single fucking like other card. Nah, bro, if we're talking straight like anime like decks, you're fucking capping. Kaiba's deck is way better than the anime versions of people's decks. You're fucking straight capping. Yusuke runs Cyberse? I know! I saw Brains! Actually, what was Yusuke's final deck? Well, what was his final deck looking like? Because I still think and his OG Firewall Dragon. Firewall Dragon's not that good.
Also,
Never should have been banned. It wasn't even all that bad.
Also, the guy from Zexal runs Utopia. Couldn't he just like make a giant like a giant OTK deck, and same with like Playmaker when it comes to access code?
Possibly, yeah, but the only problem is that Kaiba has access to cards that could like shut down the area, and I don't even know if that would work because you have to understand something here. In a real life deck, these cards are busted. But anime characters are retarded when they make their deck. So they make their deck super inconsistent and stupid. Kyle, remind me later to see if we can do an anime protagonist deck so you can see what the fuck these people's decks actually fucking look like. Because they don't look good. The only reason I say Kaiba has a better deck is because in Darkside Dimensions, Kaiba was given a lot of cards that actually make fucking sense to run in a dragon deck.
Okay, I've seen what some people run, and they're utterly fucking like garbage.
Dude, the actual
I know
people's decks are trash.
I like GX and I like Jaden, but if you try to run Jaden's pure deck, it's fucking dog shit.
I'll do it with it.
No, like if you don't give him any of the extra hero cards that he doesn't get, that they just like brought out for archetype support, and you just give him like the bare minimum that came out during his time in the anime and whatever he's used, I think it's going to be like the most dog shit pile you'll see.
I'll beat Kyle's Ancient Gears with an anime Yusei deck. Shit.
Are you going to play it like Yusei, or are you going to play it like Devil using a Yusei deck?
Shit, Kyle, I'm just saying, bro. That's the biggest flex he can say. He's literally saying your deck is for bitches.
And yet, I'm literally one of the only decks in the server that has never lost to a tier limit.
I don't think I've played against tier limit. There's no official deck list, unfortunately. Any deck list you find online is people doing their best to recreate what the deck would look like based on the information they have from like all the cards they played.
The problem is you don't know how many of the same card they're running.
Oh, make no mistake, these fuckers are not running more than one copy of each card.
So you think it's going to be bare minimum 40?
No, well, you have to understand, in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh, cards are actually rare. Like, Kaiba having all 3 Winged Dragons of Ra, or Blue Eyes White Dragons, is not the standard.
You're always trying to wave it off whenever someone's nice to you.
When in reality,
like with Tosa just now. Why couldn't you just accept
all
your
I care
gratitude?
about is that we hurry up and defeat the lords.
See, that's what I mean.
Our interests just happen to overlap. I don't want people thinking I'm doing things to be nice when in reality they benefit both of
I
us.
may have been skeptical first, but
All I care about is that we hurry up and defeat the lords.
Yet
See,
despite
that's
that,
what I mean.
you still took the time to help out those injured Danis, didn't you?
You want to defeat the lords.
I did it because
Wasn't
it
there
was
only 4
necessary.
Blue Eyes on the planet? Yeah, and Kaiba ripped up the 4th one so it could never be used against him.
Yet despite that, you still took the time to help out those injured Danins, didn't you?
Me too.
I
Just
did
with
it
my
because it was
injuries.
necessary and I got roped into
The
it.
point I'm trying to make is that most cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! In the actual lore are rare or uncommon.
Alone should be terrifying.
You've helped me too.
I know you'll always be there by my side.
Not just with my injuries.
Kaiba is the only fucker who you can honestly make an argument is running 3 copies of his cards.
Sword could probably kill me. That thought alone should be terrifying.
You get
I
any
know you'll
closer,
always be
you're
there
going
by
to
my
set
side,
off my thorns, you
ready
know.
to heal me. It's because of you that I can wield
Just
the
trying
blazing
to
sword.
compliment you.
Don't just close in on me like that. If
If you get any closer, you're going to set off my thorns, you know.
I was just trying to compliment you.
Also, wait, Kaiba God's Bless is actually fucking dark. You wanna know what's really fucking dark? Kaiba owns dual monsters and printed support that only he can fucking use.
What now?
Wouldn't you?
What?
Wouldn't you?
Oh, make no fucking mistake. If I had the power, you'd get a full deck of God card support.
You will?
In any case.
But no, like seriously, Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon lore-wise is really fucked up. Because he's the only guy who can use it.
Now let's go check out those gates of fire.
Really? I swear.
How ridiculous are those various Blue Eyes versions in lore?
You're bad for the heart.
Kyle say we're not gonna continue much further. Honestly, it depends on whether or not you want to take statements based on game lore or actual monster lore. Because the problem is that, like, Shining Dragon is supposed to be strong enough to kill the God cards, which shouldn't be affected by monster effects. So you could argue that Shining Dragon is, like, absurdly powerful. Alright, Kyle, you gonna save or no? Kyle. Kyle.
What?
You going to save? I gotta take off for the night.
Do you now?
Kyle, it's about to be 3 a.m. Yes. I mean, like, I don't have work tomorrow or anything, but I'm gonna get kicked out of this room. We can't all be you, Kyle. Alright?
What you mean hardworking, polite, sympathetic, empathetic?
Only one of those things might be true. Maybe. And that's
polite?
Well, you're certainly not hardworking. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys on the next stream or video.